Yeah, my niggas. Time for another video. Not quite sure what PlayStation is trying to do with this PSSR implementation in their first party games, man. It's important that these niggas really have differences in these games and show them. Now, these suckers at Digital Foundry just did a video on Ratchet and Clank. And the reason why I'm coming with this video is because I don't like what Insomniac did, man. Why in the fuck would you try to improve the performance mode in Ratchet and Clank that ran at 60 frames per second, 1440p? And why would you take that and use PSSR on it to try to get it to some type of resolution that looks like the fidelity mode that runs at 30 frames per second and clear up some of the ray tracing foibles in the fucking performance mode and make it, look a little bit better, but keep the 60 frames? Are you this fucking daft? What the fuck you doing, nigga? Don't do that. The promise of the PS5 Pro is to take the fidelity mode graphics and make them 60 fucking frames. Or you could take the fidelity mode graphics, lower the resolution of the fidelity mode, use PSSR, get the image quality back to what it was in the fidelity mode or better, and then make that shit with the headroom you would have because you lowered the resolution down and put better graphical effects and textures and shit in there. So making the ray tracing maybe have a higher resolution, or making the fucking or having ray trace ambient occlusion or ray trace shadows. What the fuck are you doing? This is some bullshit to me, man. And if you look at what they've done, they actually took the fucking performance mode graphics and put them in this PS5 Pro performance mode, and they left the fucking graphics from the 60 frame performance mode on the base PS5 in the fucking PS5 Pro. So then, for example, the crowd density in the PS5 base performance mode is lower than the PS5 base fidelity mode that runs at 30 frames crowd density, right? These motherfuckers on the PS5 Pro performance mode took the crowd from the PS5 base performance mode and kept the fucking crowds and graphics from that shit. Instead of them taking the fucking fidelity mode graphics and keeping those in the crowd density from that and keeping that shit in there and raising that up to 60 fucking frames. What the fuck are you doing? Don't do that. Cause now you making niggas think this shit ain't a decent upgrade, man. You cutting corners. What the fuck you cutting corners? We ain't supposed to cut no corners. The whole purpose of the PSSR is to be able to take the lower the resolution down so you can have headroom to do other things in. Use the upscaler to make it look like a native 4K resolution. They're doing a lot of PSSR work in Gran Turismo. So in that game, they got the ray tracing running at they got a ray tracing mode that running at 4K with ray tracing on track. And according to some people, that shit look good as fuck. So I just don't understand. Let's not do no bullshit, man. Ain't nobody interested in no bullshit cutting corners graphics, man. Let's have the best graphics running at 60 fucking frames. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if they got to be a compromise, let's lower that resolution and then use the upscalers to get the shit back to where it should be. You know what I'm saying? With the pinpoint sharpness, man. That's the whole fucking point. Don't take them to fucking performance mode graphics and then raise it up to 60 frames with better so-called image quality. Because it ain't that much of better than the fucking and look, all right, according to this motherfucker at Digital Foundry, the ice cream eating ass nigga with the fucking lisp. You know what I'm saying? Oliver McKenzie, whatever the fuck his name is, that clown. You know what I'm saying? It do look better than the performance mode, but that's some bullshit, man. And then it got some piff. And then if you compare it to the PS5's fidelity mode, it don't look like that great. You know what I'm saying? It look a little better here and there, but that's not what we aiming for with this shit, man. Now I told you in the other video, I ain't buying this shit because I'm trying to run multiplats better than the PC, and and I'm mostly buying this shit because I what you call it, I want the benefits that this gonna have when it comes to the newer games that are coming out, like Ghost of Yotai, Death Stranding 2, and most likely Wolverine. These are the games that are most likely going to drop on the PS5 Pro before they fucking come with this new console. I'm hoping these motherfuckers make this shit last to 2030, but I'm not too sure how this is going to work, and we never know what's going to happen in this world. So, making fucking plans about when somebody going to do something is, it's not a fucking sound way to behave, man. So, look, these niggas, tell you the truth, man. Like I said, I probably ain't gonna fucking use this PS5 Pro to play my older games. I'm just gonna stick with the PS5 base, and I'll play all my older games on that shit. And cause I don't care nothing about multiplats. You know what I'm saying? If I did care about that shit, I would get a PC, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to be fucking honest. I don't care nothing about no motherfucking multiplats. All I care about is exclusive because that's where the graphics are. And with the shit that I know how to do and how I know how to push this shit, I go well above even the PS5 Pro's little upgrades with these fucking games, man. As far as how, night and day differences and shit. I know how to make that shit on the base PS5. Now, if the differences in ray tracing and shit, maybe I might throw the shit on that and fuck with that PS5 Pro version. But other than that, I'm just waiting for shit like Ghost of Yotai, Death Stranding 2, and Wolverine to come out. And I'm going to play, and I know there's going to be differences because that's how it was on the PS4 Pro. People would like always shit on that fucking console, but there was differences between the PS4 Pro and the PS4. You know what I'm saying? The game did look a shitload better on the PS4 Pro when it came to exclusives. So it wasn't no fucking waste of time getting that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas needed it for the exclusive. The multiplats and shit, I told you, man. If you into multiplats, your best bet is to get a fucking PC because the devs is not going to really take advantage. Now, they are doing a better job on PS5 Pro and making enhancements and shit. They got, I think, forget what the fucking game was. Got ray trace, ambient occlusion turned on. I think it's Dragon Age, Valgard or whatever the fuck that name that game is. They turn on ray trace, ambient occlusion, and then in the F1 racing game, they got a bunch of ray tracing effects turned on, and they got that shit running at 8K resolution with no ray tracing and 4K 120 with no ray tracing, and then they got a 4K 60 ray tracing mode with everything turned on. You know what I'm saying? Ray trace transparency effects, ray trace shadows, all types of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit still ain't nowhere near fucking Gran Turismo and graphics though. Like Turismo's the pinnacle. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, it ain't really no opinion. Drive Club still the standard, man. Ain't nobody can fuck with that, especially the way I got it. You know what I'm saying? Maxed out, looking fucking insane. That just, when we talk about just like world graphics and shit, not car models though. Gran Turismo's king of the car models. When we talking about overall world design and shit like that, nobody can fuck with Drive Club, man. Just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? What's the science? You know what I'm saying? That's how we build, man. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do. But, my whole fucking thing is, man, I don't want these niggas, doing no dumb shit with this PSSR. Let's stay in the fidelity modes, or let's make fidelity modes for the PS5. Now, another thing this nigga, the Ice Cream Man, said that they talked to some dude named Mike Fitzgerald at Insomniac, and he's one of the lead game designers or whatever he is. And he hinted at a fidelity mode that's gonna use different ray tracing techniques. Nigga, y'all should have waited and came out with that instead of this performance bullshit, man. And make sure that fidelity mode on the PS5 Pro runs at fucking 60 frames. That's the whole selling point, man. Lower the fucking resolution and have headrooms to do other things. God damn, man, ain't that hard. These niggas is like, they ain't, they using these motherfuckers to sell their products. And, they gonna do what they want to do. If they want to trash your shit, they will. And then, motherfuckers might not buy it. Because so far, you just showing games that, that already released. Now, they showed that Ghost of Yotai shit, and that shit just looked fucking insane. And if nigga know what Ghost of Tsushima doing, Ghost of Tsushima crazy, man. Ghost of Tsushima got ray trace transparency effects, and you can see the whole fucking grass fields reflected in the image. But not only that, you can see the so the wind will be blowing on the fucking grass field, and you can see that wind blowing and the grass moving inside the fucking reflection. That's a true ray trace transparency effect, where you can see the actual animations and shit moving in the thing. Also, in Ghost of Tsushima, the way I got it anyway, maxed out, looking fucking insane. You got ray trace transparency effects or ray trace ambient occlusion with the fucking shadows. The shadows are dynamic and they move and show what's going on on rocks and any and reflections and shit and any other type of surface. Now, for that's extremely rare in games, man. Most shadows on objects and shit are static, man. They don't move. Like Insomniac learned a lot of shit. Like even in Infamous Second Son, the shadows would just stay stagnant, but the fucking tree would be blowing, but you wouldn't see that reflected in the shadow. But in Ghost of Tsushima, they corrected that and they have all that. But guess what? The fucking the hermits don't have that fucking feature on their little bullshit version. Only in the PlayStation 5 maxed out director's cut version has that shit. So fuck you, Hermit. How you like that, nigga? PS5 is more than capable of doing a lot of bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't get enough credit, but it could do a lot of crazy shit. The Last of Us got insane fucking looking shit, man. Oh my God, what I did to that fucking game. The graphics look fucking extremely hyper photorealistic, man. Like that shit look crazy. The reflections is amazing. You see, almost pretty much ray trace. I can see why they kind of don't want to do, some ray tracing, but they still need to do it because, like, in glass windows that you pass by and shit, you don't necessarily see a reflection and shit. Only in mirrors and bathrooms and stuff like that. So it's still work to be done, but niggas is kind of lazy, man. Naughty Dog look at they shit like there's a work of art. They don't need to do much. And to a certain extent, they kind of correct. But if you selling upgrades and shit, let's what I'm saying, let's do some shit with some gusto, man. Ain't no half stepping. Fuck out of here. So that's kind of what I wanted to say, man. I was a little bit disappointed in how they handle Ratchet and Clank. Don't do that shit, man. Ratchet and Clank got insane fucking reflections and shit like that. The fidelity mode, that's all I played on too. Cause I'm not fucking with I don't care about the frame rate like that. I care about graphics. You know what I'm saying? And I want the best graphics, so I always play in fidelity. But if you're gonna sell this shit as being able to run the fidelity graphics at 60 frames, let's do that. Don't point me to the fucking performance mode and be telling me to play there, and then you did an upscaler and you cleaned up the reflections in the performance mode. Don't do that, nigga. Stay with the fidelity mode and fucking what I'm saying. Let's go from there, man. I don't like that shit. This is Bill, man. Fuck is wrong with you niggas? So like I said, going forward, man, when I get my PS5 Pro, I probably won't even play none of these old games on it and shit. Especially if you're doing shit like that, man. Don't point me towards no performance modes. I want the fidelity graphics. Now I think they kind of the only ones that did that shit, because the Last of Us shit was the fidelity mode at 60. I think Spider-Man 2 shit is the fidelity mode at 60. And I forget what other shit they gonna have, man. But all those shits is, the fidelity mode at 60 frames. So, maybe I might revisit it, but I don't think I really need to, because the way I got my shit looking now, I don't know if you could get better than that. Maybe the image might be a little bit more fucking clearer or some shit like that. But this shit is already so-called 4K. So, I don't know how much, better you could get than what I got it looking like. But, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't gonna improve ray tracing and shit like that. So I'm just waiting for Ghost of Yotai, Wolverine, and motherfucking Death Stranding 2 to really, show and prove with this motherfucking PS5 Pro, because I'm pretty sure that those versions of those games on the PS5 Pro gonna have stuff that the PS5 base don't have. And that's where the divide is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to know what you buying this shit for. Like I said, in the intermedium, they look like they trying to do better on these multi-plats, and they really giving us some decent upgrades as close to the PC version, if not sometimes better. So that little bit surprising there, because they love dipping the fucking console to prop up the PC. Them fucking hermits, man. Like even in the Ratchet and Clank shit on PC, they got ray trace ambient occlusion. I don't like that shit. I'm wondering if they don't kind of want to give the console version that shit, because they don't want the PC version to think that they, got the same thing or whatever. Nigga, they ain't buying your fucking games on PC. They steal your shit. They don't even fucking support the games, man. Why the fuck are you, catering or worrying about what, that's why I hate these fucking PC ports. They holding us back. They worrying about other fucking platforms. Don't worry about them. Give us everything, man. All the fucking graphical things that this shit can produce, we need to be having. AK textures, I'm waiting on that. I think Ghost of Yotai possibly got 8K textures, because that fucking game look crazy, man. The draw distances is fucking insane. How much detail is getting drawn in. The field of view was fucking insane too. That shot they had of that mountain and shit, with all that fucking, detail in the mountain and shit, from that distance, that shit look crazy. But I think that shit might be pumping some 8K textures, but We gonna have to wait and see. But the detail is crazy. Sucker punch. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fucking joke, man. And when it comes to lighting and shit like that, and if they could add some amazing ray tracing and stuff like that, like I said, the shit they got now is pretty potent, especially with the ray trace transparency effects and the animations of the world things in the world showing up in the fucking thing. You can actually see the wind blowing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And moving the trees and the fucking the reflection. Like I said, very, very rare to see that in games. Mighty funny, the PC motherfuckers never talked about that. They didn't even talk about that when they talked about Ghost of Tsushima coming out in the beginning. I think I didn't know what the hell I was looking at, so that, I ain't mentioned it in my other videos, but I'm mentioning it now, man, and I'm gonna give them niggas props for that. So anyway, man, it's the God 720, man. And when I had to, get my shit off, what I'm saying, let it off, and say, I'm a little bit disappointed in Insomniac for what they did. I hope they come with the fidelity mode with extra ray tracing features and then running at 60. That's the least you can fucking do, man. And I love Insomniac because them niggas keep they shit, what I'm saying? They keep pumping out these fucking hits. You know what I'm saying? They the most consistent studio as far as giving niggas games. So I ain't dissing them too much, but don't do that type of shit, man. Just stay in the fidelity mode. Let's use this shit the correct way. Let's get this shit pumping. Fuck them PC niggas. Fuck stepping on them niggas' feelings or fucking with their sales. They ain't buying your shit, man. You give two fucks. I'm tired of them niggas. So it's the God 720, man, and I'm out of here. Out.